The reason why I'm so pro AOC, besides Swooner, is shit like this. Look at this comment. Mama lawyer with the vote blue avatar. And what is she saying? AOC is so brilliant and forward thinking. Way to go. Now, take this, put this into your brain, and here's what you need to interpret this as. Wow, even dumb vote blue no matter who people realize they like AOC. That means she could win more power for the left.
Let's mold in the Central Committee. Let's cringe in the Central Committee. Let's bog in the Central Committee right now.
I want to show you something. Apparently, so the census is coming back, and it looks like, do you know who the best person at handling the census was in the entire country? I want you to take a guess. Who was the single best person at gaming the census in the entire country? Motherfucking C. Large U.S. counties with stronger than expected census counts versus estimates. Queens and Brooklyn and the Bronx. AOC gamed the fucking census. And you know who else did really well? Allegheny, Pennsylvania. That's Pittsburgh DSA, folks. Brooklyn, that's New York DSA, folks. Bronx, Queens, that's DSA right there. Cook County, Illinois, that's DSA right there. You can literally see where the leftists are, the socialists are strongest. That's where they gamed the fucking thing the strongest. Can you explain what this means to non-Americans? So every 10 years in America, every person is counted. It's called the census. It's in the Constitution. And then after the count, they redistrict Congress and they divide the representation in Congress based on the state's population. So if your census, and by the way, the government gives money in programs according to the census numbers. They figure out how much money you need for your schools, how much money you get for healthcare, how much money you get for elderly care and roads, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's based on your census count for a lot of these programs that are per capita. So when you have a stronger census count, you get more money for your community and it lasts for the next 10 fucking years. Okay? So by having a stronger census count, you get more representation in government and you get more money. AOC. What's fascinating about this is that in 2020, AOC reoriented the workings of her district office for a massive census push, relying on the network of activists and organizers who campaigned for her to knock on doors. Look like it worked. In chat, this is one of the things I want to show you. This is one of the things that I show you. I'm different than a lot of other online socialists in that I actually pay attention to politics. I know. I pay attention to politics that's real. I'm not just telling you my own personal utopia. I actually pay attention to politics. The reason why I'm so pro AOC, besides Swooner, is shit like this. Look at this comment. Mama lawyer with the vote blue avatar. And what is she saying? AOC is so brilliant and forward thinking. Way to go. Now, take this, put this into your brain, and here's what you need to interpret this as. Wow, even dumb vote blue no matter who people realize they like AOC. That means she could win more power for the left. She's appealing to people that are number one Democrats in their identity. And she's doing so by not compromising her views, but being competent and being smart. We call it sewer socialism. She's showing people that not only are socialists have the right morals, they've got the competence. And she's winning over psycho vote blue people. I was just on the phone explaining this to my mom as reason number 1337 of why I love AOC. She is a brilliant leader. I live in Texas and lived in Queens until I was 6. I have fond memories of going back to see family in PS 69 where I went to kindergarten. So glad AOC is representing. So proud, from Texas. Does this look like a fucking typical socialist supporter to you? That's why I support her, and I don't go, did you know she didn't do the thing I invented 5 minutes ago? I'm gonna shit on her every day on my stream. Can disagree with AOC on a lot of issues, but she is always prepared and extremely effective at what she sets out to accomplish. AOC is smart. Do you think these people, like, look at these people? That's the kind of positive. I know socialists are. I know a lot of leftists are used to being Dennis Kucinich. Okay, but the point is that it's working on normies, and she's doing things that help her people at the same time without compromising her views. When, for example, are you guys aware of this kerfuffle that AOC did a CNN interview? I think AOC's general appeal is constantly underestimated by the terminally online and far right. Oh, well, no shit. What actions can increase census numbers, though? It's just because people don't fill it, thinking it's useless? Yes, you just go around, you go door to door and ask people to fill it out. It's that simple. Okay. Oh, no.
Being AOC means taking down powerful figures
in
her own party.
Gotta stretch my legs.
She did it in 2018. The question now is, will she try to do it again?
Okay, so this is one of the questions that everybody, especially here in New York and definitely in Washington, want to know the answer to. Are you going to challenge Senator Schumer in a primary race?
You know, here's the thing, is that, and I know it drives everybody nuts, but the way that I really feel about this and the way that I really approach my politics and my political career is that I do not look at things and I do not set my course positionally. And I know there's a lot of people who do not believe that, but I can't operate the way that I operate and do the things that I do in politics while trying to be aspiring to other things or calculating to other things. And so all of that is to say is that I make decisions based on what I think our people need and my community needs. And so I'm not commenting on that.
Because you're going to have to make a decision soon.
Yeah, but the thing is also I feel like this is a decision that was almost put on me, right? Like, I didn't go into politics and say, I'm going to run, I'm going to win. 2 years later, I'm going to run for Senate. Blah, blah, blah. You know, that's not in my calculus. I wake up and I say, what is needed and what is necessary.
AOC is going to do whatever get her the most money at this point. Wait, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. AOC makes her $174,000 a year as a rep. That's the money she makes. That's the only money she can make. Other than taking some of her money and investing it. That's it. She can't take gifts larger than $50. She can't take honorariums. She can't do paid speeches. That's the law. The one thing that politicians can do that's shady is insider trading based on information they have from working on intelligence committees and working on legislation. That's how a lot of politicians get rich. You know, maybe the only money that politicians can make outside of their salaries is that they write a book. Does she need to primary Schumer? I feel like she's done a hell of a job pushing Schumer left. Isn't it better to have progressive power in the House since we have Bernie in the Senate? I think that primarying Schumer would be a thing that she would lose, or it would be tough. Maybe she would win, maybe she wouldn't. She could pick her spots. Schumer's fucking old. Schumer's fucking old. Like, just wait around. You know, hold your job. Seriously, how are they allowed to trade in individual stocks? Because they get money from it? Bullshit. Paid speeches and you think she's not balls deep in Wall Street? Well, first of all, paid speeches are illegal for representatives. They can't do it. You're confused because you remember Hillary Clinton doing paid speeches. Hillary Clinton was not in the government at the time. When Hillary Clinton made all that money doing paid speeches, she was not in the government at the time, so it was technically illegal. Even though everybody knew she was going to run for the presidency and that she was the front runner to be the president, she technically wasn't in the government, so she found a legal gray area where she could, because she wasn't an announced candidate, get paid huge money for speeches. But Congress people can't do paid speeches. Also feels like AOC would have to expand a lot of social capital, even attempt to take on Schumer, and then I mean, like, listen, if she would decide to go against Chuck Schumer, I'm all in, but she's 30 years old, chat. She's 30 years old. We have the opportunity to pick her better spots than trying to primary the majority leader in the Senate. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
And so, you know, I never thought about this.
Oh, she's
as
31?
like a
Okay, thank you.
decision that needs to be made or not need to be made. I'm honestly, my focus is
Convince me AOC hasn't been corrupted, because there's absolutely no evidence that she has been corrupted. There isn't one position that she's changed on. She's not changed her advocacy. She's been a leader on the issues. She supported Bernie Sanders the entire time. She was the person who rescued his campaign after his heart attack. After Bernie Sanders had a heart attack, she joined in. She endorsed him. She campaigned like mad for him. What the fuck are you talking about? I guess Bernie's corrupted too. Never mind. I'm sorry. I forgot.
taking temperature in how things are going in Washington right now. You know, I really...
What do you think of the other members of the squad? What do you think of them? Well, the squad is too small of a group. You guys need to be looking at all Democratic members, all 218 Democratic members, and you need to be going, what are the Democratic members that are absolutely horrible and we can primary? Who are the Democratic members that are tolerable? Who are the Democratic members that are progressive leaders? Who are the Democratic members that are questionable? Who are the scum? You need to be thinking more about who is the most left-wing people. I don't care. You know, AOC, Ilhan Omar, I trust them. If they betray us, we're fucked. Okay? If we're getting betrayed by our most prominent leftists, then we have no hope and you should walk into the ocean. I want to see what Susan Wild's doing. I want to see what Mark Pocan is doing. I want to see what other lesser-known progressives are doing. You know, I want to see they do good shit, they do dumb shit. Who are the people that are waffling on co-sponsoring Medicare for all? Who are the people that are considering it but are scared? Who are the scumbags in safe Democratic seats that we can primary? You know, like, that's the people that I focus on. Going, AOC didn't retweet my tweet. AOC didn't come onto my podcast. What a sellout. Is baby brain shit. Didn't Bernie just vote for that horrid amendment on defunding the police? No. Also, those amendments were non-binding. I have to explain this to you, chat. In the first round vote-a-rama, none of those votes mattered. They were purely trap votes. They don't matter and nobody cares and they don't change the law at all. You're like, but why does that happen? Because that's what a Senate vote-a-rama does in a reconciliation bill. They have non-binding amendments.
Try to make these kinds of decisions out of a sense of personal ambition.
But there's also a calendar, meaning if you decide that you're going to run for the Senate, you got to file at some point. You know that you did this here. In
the sun is actually white-yellow. I know.
And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's no comment on it.
When Chuck Schumer's watching this, he's going to say, when are you going to put me out of my misery? Or not, or put me in my misery.
Well, and you know, for what it's worth, Senator Schumer and I have been working very closely, you know,
I've noticed,
on a lot of legislation.
Yeah, he's scared of her. That's good. I want him to be scared of her. We want Chuck Schumer to be scared of her and bending the knee to her. Okay? Where's the picture? I want the picture again. Jesus Christ. He's like, oh no, I'm going to be beat by a 31-year-old Latina girl. God damn it. Okay, fine. We'll give free childcare. Please don't kill me, AOC. Okay, free community college. Okay, how about free paid medical leave? Please, AOC, don't kill me.
Senator Schumer and I have been working very closely,
I've noticed.
on a lot of legislation, and that to me is important, right? And so we shall see.
Okay. I know you're not talking about your future ambition, but there was there are a lot of Post-its I know you've seen outside here. One of the Post-it notes here in front of your office from a constituent
They knew
says,
it.
AOC
By the
for
way,
president.
nipples and toes. They knew that the Senate police bill wasn't going to go anywhere in the Senate, which it didn't. So they voted present so that pathetic Nancy Pelosi wouldn't fail on her bill as a favor to her, knowing that the bill was going nowhere. So if symbolic shit like that matters to you, you're a freak. I don't know what to say. The bill went nowhere, and they knew it was going nowhere, and that's that.
Yeah.
If you're like, that still makes me mad. Okay. That makes you mad.
I don't, I struggle with this because I don't want little girls watching or anything like that to like lower their sights or anything in that direction. But for me, I feel that if that was in the scope of my ambition, it would chip away at my courage today. And I've decided that my courage in the present moment is more important than trying to, being able to stand up and take tough positions that I think will help people, but may be controversial today. That to me right now is more important than having some sort of career path or milestone.
But you would have to be more calculating.
Right.
If that were the case.
I think that what happens a lot in politics is that people are so motivated to run for certain higher office that they compromise in fighting for people today. And the idea is that if you can be as clean of a slate or as blank of a slate, that it makes it easier for you to run for higher office later on. And
Be authentic.
to be authentic. And I've decided that being me is more important than being anything else.
Oh, yeah. So, by the way, chat, did she say anything that was in the flies in the face of being a leftist? We just watched a clip from that. Did she say anything that flies in the face of being a leftist? Then why are people complaining? The individualism is very American. She was talking about a politician strategy. She said, I'm not going to think about running for president because then that'll lower my courage today. And I'm more interested in saying my authentic point of view of what I believe is right now and fighting for people now instead of being a calculating politician like Pete Buttigieg. That's what a leftist would say. I'm sorry. You say you're a leftist, but yet you participate in Congress. Good point.
Chat your bonks do not faze me. #Sigma grindset.
Apparently her being on CNN itself is enough for people to complain, and that's what makes them dumb. She's using... Bernie Sanders went on Fox News, and it was great! Bernie Sanders was here in Pennsylvania in the shadow of the shuttered Bethlehem steel plant, and it was fucking great. Nobody complained when he was getting cheered by a Fox News audience. Why would you care if AOC went on CNN and did the same thing? Only because you know that AOC attracts a certain type of person who will engage with your content. She did not openly call for Wall Street to run red with bankers' blood, so clearly she's a fake progressive. Sorry, sweaty. Oh, okay, got it. Good point. We do politics here every morning starting at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. You can watch us here on Twitch. We're the morning guy. The morning politics guy. Politics Frogs in every single day, same time, 10 a.m., day in, day out. And we carry you through your morning and early afternoon politics needs. And if you need more, Mike from PA, we have a YouTube channel. We talked about suburbs, the My Pillow guy, Ted Cruz. We talked about DSA, amazing. Making fun of Tim Pool, amazing. Look at all of these amazing videos. Get in there, watch them. We have me on Twitter. You got to follow me on Twitter, chat. I'm at 20,614 subs. That means I got like 40 followers on Twitter in the last day. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. Go follow us on Twitter. And of course, join the Discord, where we have an incredible community of left-wing streamers. We have left-wing community. We talk about the stream. We talk about politics. There's gaming content. It's a really awesome, supportive place. Direct action, mutual aid, and you can just let off some steam. And also, you can help produce the show. One of the things I do is I look at the links that are put into the news content suggestions chat room on the Discord. Join the Discord, come hang out, and maybe what you want me to talk about will be part of the next show.